Okay guys, so we're back, better late than never. So today we're going to be trying to do three things. First of all, because we're using Ferrozinos for the boss fights, we're going to be able to heal those up with sweet veggie cakes. So to do that, we're going to need some honey. Yeah, because we're using S+, we're going to be able to use the S+ beehive, friendly beehive I think it's called. So we just need 50 honey to make that, and then we should be able to get all the honey we need. Second up, we're going to be going out to try and tame a saber-tooth. That guy's going to help us in the caves. I think baryonyx are also a pretty good choice for caves, but the saber is really good at harvesting chitin as well, so that's going to sort of fill a dual purpose. And the third thing on our agenda for today is going to be getting a Daedon, which is going to help us heal our Ferrozinosaurs between the boss fights. So obviously we need the caves to get the artifacts to unlock the boss fights. But yeah, that's basically the plan for today. So let's start off by getting the honey. First of all, you are almost certainly, if you're going to go searching for honey, going to need a crossbow with a grapple hook. So as you can see from the hotbar, I'm using the Lethal's reusable mod. So that's just going to save me having to carry loads of extra weight in crossbows. Other than that, I'd also strongly recommend taking some health potions with you, because the bee swarms can get you down to like half health pretty easily, and that's with my current health being 400 with the stats I've got at the moment. So we're going to take our RG, who we've renamed Sergeant Davis. And yeah, we're going to fly out to the redwood forests and get ourselves some more honey. So here we have a beehive on the side of one of the redwood trees. As far as I know, these can be found in the sort of rocky and plains areas, but the redwood's definitely the easiest place to find them. So yeah, they sit halfway up the trees. They're usually a bit out of reach, so you're definitely going to need the grapple hook for this. And when you go and gather them, they are going to release a swarm of giant bees at you, which are a bit of an annoyance, but they're not too hard to handle. Like I said, you probably will want some health potions to heal up in between each beehive. So let's just suck ourselves up here and gather some honey, and ooh, I should have lowered myself down a bit more than that, but never mind. And these will dismount you, so just jump on, attack, and get ready to get knocked back off. So that's 5. I think I've already got 40 honey back at the base. So we only need 50 to make the S+ beehive, so just need to find one more. And here we go, there's another one just on this tree here. And let's just suck ourselves up there with the grappling hook. And again, I should have lowered myself down further. Okay, just hit up a couple of medical brews there to stop us from dying. And we should have now, yep, 10 honey, so let's fly back to base and we will craft ourselves the beehive. So we've got our 50 honey. I think that's the only thing I was missing from this. Yeah, we should have all the rest of that pretty easily. Let's grab that, get that crafted up. Now, as far as I know, these things, you just have to put rare flowers in them and they will slowly convert that to honey. I've got loads of rare flowers, partly because I'm living right next to a swampy area. So you can use a Ferrozinosaur on a fine gathering mode to gather these, so that's the right click. And yeah, I've put some levels into that on one of our Ferrozinosaurs. I've got like 10-15,000 rare flowers saved up. And yeah, hopefully that will be all it needs to produce us all the honey we're ever going to need. This thing apparently takes ages to craft, so we'll bring you back in just a second when that's done crafting up. and we'll get this popped down and move on with our next task. So yeah, that's done crafting up. It's a domesticated beehive, not a friendly beehive as I said earlier. So we'll just get this placed down here, and yeah, dump a load of rare flowers into that and leave that going, and that's going to give us everything we need in terms of honey for the foreseeable future. It's a bit annoying, it makes some noise, but okay, that is what it is. So yeah, we've been renaming some of our dinosaurs. Obviously we've got our RG, which I've named Sergeant Davis the Argentavis. That was going to be held out for once I'd finished a bit more breeding on the RGs, but I'm not sure I'm going to find time for that before we get onto the boss fight, so I thought I might as well use it now. Our lead Ferrozenosaur for the boss fights, got Ferry Cruise over here. And yeah, our Anki Nugget and our Doedicurus Rockefeller. I'm still trying to think of a decent name for our Triceratops, but that will be renamed at some point. We've got our, what are these guys called? Phiomia. It's called Andrex. If you're in the UK, or I'm not sure what other countries have the same branding, but that's a brand of toilet paper over here. So yeah. Got the honey crafting. That's going to enable us to get the sweet vegetable cakes to heal up our Ferrozenosaurs in the middle of the boss fights. Next thing on our list is going to be a Sabertooth to do the caves with and gather some chitin in the process. So we're going to go out, have a look, see if we can find a high level Saber. I think a really good place to look for these usually is the Obsidian Mountain, which is the mountain in sort of that direction nearest to us. That or the one directly north of us. Either of those, there's usually some good sabers around there. So yeah, we'll fly up there, have a little scout about, and I'll bring you guys back once we've found something that I think's worth taming. I'm probably just going to pick it up and bring it back to the base rather than risk getting in combat while it's unconscious. Obviously don't want to lose any taming effectiveness. Okay, so you can see where the marker is on the map. That's where we're currently located. This is, if you weren't aware, probably one of the best locations on the map for obsidian. It's kind of between this and the crater of the volcano mountain over there. So there's just, even right down around the foothills of this mountain, there is an absolute ton of obsidian. It's usually safe enough, like there's not sort of apex predators like T-Rexes and Uteranus's around here too much. So yeah, it's a pretty good place to go if you need some obsidian. I'm just going to keep scouting around, try and find us a worthwhile Sabertooth for the time being. And yeah, I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, so I've been searching around a little while, finally found some sabers. Unfortunately they're a level 12 and a level 18, and oh no, they're still alive. I thought they'd been killed. So gonna have to keep looking. These guys used to be everywhere. As I said at the start of the series, I've not played this for quite a while on this map. So yeah, with all the new creatures that have been introduced, obviously the spawn weightings don't favour Sabertooths quite as well as they used to. So I'm gonna have to keep looking. Okay, so just spotted a 114 there, but this is the reason I was trying to avoid the snowy area. So we've got Fear Roared by a Uteranus, obviously. That's just going to send us out of control for a little while and just make us fly off, and we've lost track of the target there. So Let's try and see if we can find that guy again. I think 114 is probably going to be good enough for a starter. But where it has gone is another question. And that's a Polovia, so we want to watch out for those guys too. So still got this Saber in here. That's the 114. Gonna grab this guy. We will come back and keep looking for a higher level one, but for now I think this is going to be a good start. I do have some plans with breeding the Sabertooths. I've got something in mind, not going to reveal that to you guys just yet, but I think it's going to make a few people chuckle when I've finished with that plan. So yeah, we'll fly this guy back over to our base, drop him in our little taming pen, and get this guy tamed out, and we'll bring you back when we're over there. Right, so that's our guy dropped into our taming pen. Could do this with darts, but as we've got them available to us, I'm just going to run inside and grab some of the shocking trank darts, which we've still got plenty left in stock. Let's equip those to our tranking rifle. And this should be a fairly quick process. If I can hit the target, that is. But that's why we built this thing with all these windows. Yeah, out in one. So I think I've got some mutton in the fridge. We'll just go grab that and drop that on this guy. Or girl. I didn't actually check the gender. And that should be that done with. So let's just grab 20 of those. I'm sure it'll only take like 3 or 4 pieces at most. And it's a female, cool. Let's drop 5 on that for now. And now it's just the usual waiting game. Let's wait until she eats the first piece and we will see how many that's going to take. Okay, so she's just eaten the first piece. That's done 93.3% with 100% effectiveness, so obviously only going to take one more. That's just going to take us a minute or two. And then, like I said, I'm going to go out, probably leave that bit off camera, try and find an even higher level one as close to 180 as we can. And then we will move on to going to find ourselves a Daedon. And she's all tamed out, so that's our first Sabertooth. So really that's why is that damn door closing? Right, let's switch to manual, open that, and just get her to follow us out of here. No, it looks like she can't fit through the door. Okay, so we'll just grab our RG and pick her back out of there. There we have her. So 1300 health. Don't know how that compares really. Really what we should do is pick her up in a Pokeball and then we can have a look at the stats properly. Okay, so looking at these stats, not great. We've got 22 points into melee, no, sorry, 22 points into health and 18 into melee. So that's pretty weak on the stats that generally matter. We do have 30 into weight, which is cool, but we've wasted 30 into food as well, so that is less than ideal. Hopefully when we find another one, we can find something with a little bit higher health and melee. Other than that, yeah, we're going to have to find something better than that, and then once we get them breeding, it's not going to be a problem. So just pick that mutton back up and pop it back in our fridge over here, and we'll bring you back shortly. I'm going to have a scout around for some other sabers, but otherwise we'll just move on to getting a decent high level Daedon to be our sort of raid healer in between boss battles. Okay guys, so we're back, still on the hunt for some higher level saber-tooths. I've been around all the mountainous regions around basically all those 4 mountains that you can see there. Last stop for now, we're over at Carno Island. It's usually quite a good place to find them, but we'll have to see. There we go, we have a few there. Hopefully one of these will be a high level. 24, 18, 150, that's going to be the one we're going to take. So I'm going to pick this guy up, take it back to base and get it tamed. And there we go, that's in there. I think that one was male, so let's have a look and see what we've got already. And that's a female, so that's awesome. Right, let's grab us whatever these things are called, the shocking trank darts. Get those equipped on our tranking rifle. And there we go, that shouldn't take too long to tame out. And then we can get on with breeding these guys. Okay, so this guy's about to tame out in the next few seconds here. Don't think I mentioned earlier, as well as the combat ability and mobility of the sabers, another main reason that they make excellent caving creatures, alongside being able to gather high levels of chitin, is that they've actually got really good base torpidity. So obviously in the caves there is a lot of spiders and snakes and other things that will deal torpor to you. So you don't want your tames getting knocked out while you're down there. That just generally leads to a bad time. So yeah, sabers are a good choice in that regard. Give you good resistance to being knocked out. And yeah, so we'll get these guys breeding away, and we'll come back in a little while, and we're going to go for a little hunt for a decent Daedon and see where we get to with the breeding. So as you can see, the saber-tooths have been breeding, and so far this episode's taken me several months to make, which is a bit slack. There's one more thing that I want to do before we wrap up today, and that is to get ourselves a Piggy. So I'm going to fly over to the snow area and see if we can find a nice high level one. So here we are in the frozen wasteland, just on the edge of it. Got our first couple of Daedons here. Let's check out what level these guys. As before, the plan's going to be to find the one we want. We're going to pick it up, assuming the RG can do that, and take it back to base to knock out and tame. So it shouldn't be too much trouble. And amazing, right? So 168, pretty much the second one we found. Possibly not able to pick them up though, so that could be a bit of a pain. Let's try that again. Okay, looks like we can't pick them up. So in that case, what we're going to have to do, luckily I brought some shocking trunk darts with me. Can't see any Uranus around, so we should be okay. Right, that's just a pack of direwolves. We'll take these guys out. And that is a Uranus, so we're going to want to take this guy out pretty quick. Okay, where did that pig go? Oh, please don't run into the Carnos. Some more Uranus. Okay, we're going to have to clean the area out a bit before we try and knock this guy out. Just don't want to lose sight of it. That's a 48. Right, that's the Uranus dealt with. Oh, that's our date on there, is it? Yeah, okay, that's lucky we didn't quite kill that. So, gonna park our RG there, tell him to chill out and leave everything to us. And hopefully we can just tank this on our own. And he's knocked out. Okay, did we bring any mutton with us? No, we didn't think that far ahead, did we? Should have bought some kibble, really. Let's see. Can we get any prime meat? It's not going to speed it up that much, but it'll help a little. Yeah, it's got to be something around here we can get some prime from. Do these guys drop prime? Might as well kill them anyway. No prime from you. Before we go anywhere, let's just set the tracker up on this one so we can find it again easily. That torpil's going down fairly fast, so we don't really have time to go back to base for the kibble. Got a bit of prime there. We'll take a bit more from the RG. Yeah, that should be plenty, assuming he doesn't wake up too quickly. Safe. Okay, cool. Take the prime off the RG. Looks like I already had some prime on me. But luckily that guy starved out a bit when we attacked him, so yeah, I'm pretty confident he's going to tame up pretty quickly here. That prime's not dropping the effectiveness too much. The only problem is he's going to fill his food up before he gets tamed out. So maybe we should have beat him up a little bit more. Just going to have to cross our fingers, I think. And we can get some extra narco berries in the meantime. Narcoberries are good. They're actually in some ways better than narcotics because they're a slower release, so that'll keep the torpor slowly increasing rather than allowing it to start decreasing quite so quickly. So about 50, 56 so far. 60, yeah, gonna hope that's enough. And food is draining relatively quick, so I think we're going to be okay here. So just got to keep an eye on this guy, make sure nothing runs up and attacks us, and we should be okay. Real stroke of luck finding one this high level so quickly. I went for a little run yesterday, tried to find some, couldn't find anything above about 48 I think. So really happy with this, assuming we don't take any damage and drop his taming effectiveness. This should be a great tame to start out with. And it's a female, so might come back out and get a male of some level. Not really important because we can just breed them until we get all the same stats as the 168 if there's nothing better on the other one. And then our video for today is going to be complete. I'm going to get this guy back to base. As we've already discovered, can't pick him up, which is unfortunate, but luckily we do have our soul traps and I'm too lazy to train him all the way back home, so we're just going to use those instead. And we're going to call this guy War Pig. And let's pick you up. And back to base we go. So I'm going to wrap the video up here and hopefully not take another 6 months to make the next episode after this. Thanks as always for joining me. If you want to see more, like and subscribe, drop some comments. The more engagement, the more motivated I feel to carry on making the series, basically. So next episode, probably going to be the first caving adventures. I'm going to take our otter with us and load up on as many artifacts as we can towards the broodmother fight. Following the broodmother, I'm not sure what we're going to do really. Either carry on with this and kill the 3 basic bosses first of all, or I might just go straight to doing a shorter modded series, either Pugnacia or Primal Fear. Probably going to do that on Crystal Islands, maybe the Lost Islands, a new map, but we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, probably going to break those into slightly longer episodes with less episodes per series. That's probably the plan with that. But yeah, thanks very much for joining me. I've been Trojan, and yeah, we'll see you all next time. Cheers.